Right now, live at 5, President Trump is reversing his stance on wearing masks in public as the U.S. hits a new record for new coronavirus cases in a single day.
Coming up tonight, we're live as the police department in Duluth makes changes to their use of force policy.
The 4th of July weekend is bringing hot temperatures. We have some tips to keep you safe and cool.
And 2 new housing rehab programs will help Duluth's low-income homeowners give their homes some TLC. Plus, Madeline Island residents have approved a proposal to build a new shelter for ferry users at the town dock.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Madison, Wisconsin, where state officials are urging residents to avoid going out this holiday weekend as cases of COVID-19 begin to rise statewide. Good evening. I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen Bakke has the night off. Thanks for joining us. Despite the beautiful weather ahead, Wisconsin health experts are asking you to stay home this holiday weekend. The state's Department of Health released new numbers today showing what they called a surge in confirmed COVID-19 cases. DHS officials say half of Wisconsin's total confirmed cases have been reported in the past 5 weeks. 20% tested positive in the past 2 weeks. But that trend doesn't seem to be stopping at state borderlines. CBS3's Emma Quinn has the latest.
Now, experts say that spike in cases is driven by more younger people testing positive. Now, right now, 23% of Wisconsin's cases are from people in their 20s, and right now, that's more than double what they were seeing in April. Now, some local health departments, including Douglas County, have traced many of those new cases back to bars. Earlier this week, several bars in Superior, including Charlie Brown's, chose to temporarily shut down after COVID-19 exposure. New cases among young people is a growing problem in Minnesota, too. In St. Louis County, health experts say more than half of the new cases in the last several days have been among people in their 20s. Now, with the temptation to get out this holiday weekend, health experts are asking you to think twice about if and how you do so.
This is a pandemic. It's not going away. We know that it's going to be here. And there is no vaccine. A vaccine is not coming for at least multiple months, probably more. So what we have is each other.
Now, health officials advise people to wear a mask, social distance, and frequently wash their hands if they go out. Now, many cities, including Duluth, have decided to cancel their fireworks display and other 4th of July festivities this weekend. Now, other cities, including Superior, Ely, and others, have not decided to do that and are still having some of those events.
All right, thanks, Emma. And meanwhile, Minnesota health officials are urging the governor to issue a statewide mask mandate. There's concern the COVID cases spikes other states are seeing could happen in Minnesota. Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm says the evidence is increasingly clear masks are effective at slowing the spread. Governors in other states have mandated people wear masks in public. Governor Tim Walz says he's evaluating the situation every day. A local makeup shop says they've seen trends change during the COVID-19 pandemic. Lene Rhodes owns Mixed Cosmetics in Duluth's Woodland neighborhood. She says due to wearing masks, many women who shop at her store have stopped wearing lipsticks and moved more towards eye products. Rhodes says many customers have also been making self-care a priority and seeking tips on it.
People also learned that they felt a lot better when they were taking care of their face, when they were taking care of their skin, even if they weren't in contact with people.
Rhodes has limited her makeup classes and has a maximum of 2 customers in the building. You do have to schedule appointments. She's also had to adjust her shop's hours. Meanwhile, Michigan's governor is closing indoor bars in most of the state in an effort to slow the new surge in coronavirus cases. The order goes into effect at 11 o'clock tonight. It does not include the UP or Traverse City regions. Bars will still be allowed to serve on patios, and they can now offer cocktails to go. This comes after a bar in East Lansing, a college town, was linked to more than 100 cases of the virus. President Donald Trump is reversing his stance on wearing masks in public as the U.S. hit a new record for new coronavirus cases in a single day. The president is facing criticism from Democrats and some members of his own party for politicizing the idea. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are holding a hearing on the COVID-19 crisis and the strategic national stockpile today. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
As daily new U.S. coronavirus cases set a record, President Trump defended his administration's response to the pandemic.
We've done a historic thing. We would have lost millions of lives And now we're opening it up, and it's opening up far faster than anybody thought even possible, and more successfully.
The president did not take questions at a morning briefing, but yesterday addressed the issue of wearing masks on Fox Business News.
I'm all for masks. I think masks are good. I would wear, if I were in a group of people and I was close.
President Trump plans to travel to Mount Rushmore tomorrow for an Independence Day celebration where attendees will not be required to wear masks or socially distance. On Capitol Hill, the House's Coronavirus Crisis Oversight Committee held a hearing on the Strategic National Stockpile. Democratic lawmakers fault the administration for shortages of critical supplies and personal protective equipment.
Serious shortages have been reported in Texas and Florida, and the governor of Washington has identified, and I quote, widespread shortages in that state.
We grew U.S. production of N95 masks. The stockpile had no ventilator drugs. We're now growing it to have at least 5 in stock with months' worth of supply.
On the Senate side, the National Institutes of Health director testified about efforts to expedite the development of a vaccine.
We are all optimistic that the goal that we have set to have a vaccine that works and is safe by the end of 2020 will be met.
As the coronavirus task force monitors states with surging cases, the vice president travels to hotspots, including Arizona yesterday and Florida today.
In Florida, Vice President Pence once again urged young people to wear masks and practice good hygiene. Closer to home, the Duluth Police Department released its updated use of force policy today as demonstrations against police brutality continue in major cities. The policy has some key updates, including emphasizing de-escalation and less than lethal force tactics. It also now requires officers of any rank to intercede verbally and physically if they see another officer using unnecessary force. The policy bans the use of chokeholds, except in situations where deadly force is warranted. It clarifies deadly force should only be used if there is no other reasonable option. Well, let's go to Dave Anderson now for our first glance at the weather. Dave, it's hot out there today, and you get to be out on the patio getting some holiday grilling tips from Stokey's.
Yeah, Tony, Independence Day is just a day away or so. The weather is warm, the sky is bright, and the crew from Stokey's is here cooking with all their might. They've got quite a spread going on. They'll be talking about some tips for our successful holiday barbecues here. And joining me right now, of course, is Sean from Stokey's. Sean, get over here and tell me what's on the menu here tonight.
Oh, we got all kinds of stuff for you. We got some of our home smoked barbecue ribs. We got some giant porterhouse steaks. We got some beef kebabs, some chicken kebabs, a variety of brats, hot dogs, burger patties, chicken wings, and our famous stuffed mushrooms.
And in just a few more minutes here, I'll be asking the crew on how to properly prepare that for safety as folks are thinking about COVID on the mind and meat on the grill. I think it's going to be some pretty decent weather here this weekend for Independence Day. From now and through Saturday, it's going to be sunnier and dry and pretty warm. We did set a record today, 92 degrees at Duluth Airport, beat the old record from 1937 by a little bit, by about 2 degrees. Here's the day planner for our Friday, which shows we start the day with a partly cloudy sky and then spend much of the day with a mostly sunny sky. And it'll be warm again tomorrow with highs here in the Twin Ports, pretty close to 88 degrees, perhaps not as warm as it was today, but still pretty toasty. Once we get to Saturday, there will be a slight chance for a little bit of rain in the afternoon. So if there's a town with an event going on early afternoon, we may be able to make it work. Then I'll talk more about that forecast on the rest of the 7-day FC coming up after a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5. A new shelter has been approved for ferry passengers on Madeline Island. Plus, Patriotic Days is officially on in Aurora. City by City is coming up next. Plus, tonight at 6, the Duluth Police Department is announcing updates to the department's use of force policy. We learn more about what is changing coming up tonight.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3. Live Local CBS3.
During Home's 4th of July sale at Seasonal Concepts, take up to an extra 10% off sale prices on everything patio and get free no-contact shipping. 4th of July savings at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet. We are excited about the reopening of our economy, so in celebration, I'm extending our special financing offer until the end of July. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years, so you can get the work done now and not have to pay for it until 2022. This offer ends July 31st, so call us today or go online to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
I am most excited about getting to really know the viewers in the Northland and getting to show my personality too and letting the Northland kind of get to know me. I'm a very energetic person. I'm always at 100 and I'm always excited to be able to tell stories and being able to have a little bit of fun with it too. And I think that's really, really important on a morning show as well because you need that energy in the morning to wake you up.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
I don't believe there's another meteorologist in this area who has the experience and years that Dave has.
He's an Ely guy, he's local, he's been here.
His experience, that's something that's really special to CBS3.
He's just like this bastion of knowledge. He remembers everything.
Get to know Dave Anderson weekday nights on Live Local CBS3.
4th of July starts with 4 big days to save at Home Furniture. Take an extra 10% off sale prices store-wide, plus no interest financing for 3 years, and free no-contact shipping. 4 big days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, only at Home Furniture.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Grand Rapids on this Thursday evening. Dave Anderson will have your full weather report in just a few minutes. But first, let's see what's happening around the region. Patriotic Days is still a go in Aurora. We'll have that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. Starting off with a story we previewed earlier this week, Madeline Island residents have approved a proposal to build a new shelter for ferry users at the town dock. Residents cast their votes on Tuesday for the new structure, which will cost between $25,000 and $30,000 to build. 20 people showed up to weigh in on the proposal. The final vote was 17-3 in favor of the new build. Now to Cloquet, where the doors are open at the city's public library after 2 months of being shut down due to COVID-19. However, as residents return to the library, they may find a few things have changed since the closure. During the shutdown, the library completed a $2.5 million renovation, which included some major overhauls to the interior space. One of the biggest changes to the library is an additional 7,000 square feet of space and an expansion in the children's area. Guests visiting the library are asked to recognize new health guidelines and not linger longer than they have to. And as we head into the 4th of July weekend, Aurora is going forward with their annual Patriotic Days festival. The festival runs from today through July 4th and includes music, food, and other events. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, lifeguard services are coming back to Park Point. Plus, we'll have your full weather forecast and a bit of 4th of July barbecue tips live with Dave Anderson coming up for the break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's happiest moments when everyone has a spot. Even Spot. It's BOGO time at Schneiderman's. Buy one item and get another half off during the 4th of July sale at Schneiderman's Furniture.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Your son standing right here telling me that there's 5 of us.
Because I'm having a baby.
I'm a medium and a psychic. Are you open to getting a reading?
Yeah.
Sure.
We ain't doing it.
There's actually somebody coming through right now. Dolly. Nobody else would know that. He blinks the lights when he's around you.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. more truth, more real answers, more who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
Schneiderman's helps you celebrate life's peaceful moments. 8 hours at a time. Save up to $200 on our new Beauty Rest Harmony Luxe mattress sets. Plus, get a 365-night trial only at Schneiderman Sleep.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Train Wreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station. 95 KQDS.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
All right, let's head back out to Dave, who's on the patio for us tonight. Dave, I don't know how you get to be outside on what's been the hottest day of the year so far.
Hot is something we don't get around here that often. You know, hitting earlier in the year set 2 record cold temperatures. So today, Duluth gets to set a record high. 92 is what we had. The record is 90. It was from 1937. Farewell, old record. We knew you well for many years. Right now, though, a lot of attentions are being focused on the 4th of July coming up on Saturday. A lot of people are going to want to get out and grill, especially since a lot of towns aren't really going to have much in the way of outdoor activities to do, although Aurora and Ely are a couple of exceptions there. A lot of people wanting to grill. A lot of that meat could come from a great store like Stokey's. We have 2 here in the Twin Ports area, one in Adolph, one up on Jean Duluth Road. The crew from Stokey's is with me now to tell me a little bit about 4th of July grilling. And, you know, along with meat being on the minds of some folks this year, Sean, being safe while cooking, it's on the minds as well. And I see you and your partner here are wearing gloves while you're cooking. Definitely. So that's going to keep us at least a little bit safer from spreading COVID to our consumers.
For sure. We do everything we can to try to stay as safe as possible.
And, of course, safety while cooking has long since been a topic of conversation here. What do you recommend to make sure the meat that you cook is not going to make your eaters get sick?
Well, the best thing to do is invest in a meat thermometer. You always want to cook things to the temp that they're supposed to be cooked at.
And where's a place to find out what temperatures meats should be cooked to internally? It's around 160 for a lot of meats, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And you can find anything of that online, or you can just ask your friendly butcher at Stokey's Meat Market.
And what's popular at the meat market here as the holiday weekend looms?
Really, with the hot weather right now, a lot of focus on bratwursts and burgers. You know, a lot of people eating light with the heat. They don't pack on as much heavy food, so...
Those are some pretty good points there, too, because the heat is going to be with us just about all weekend long. And rain, it took a departure yesterday, but may come back late in the day here once we get into a Saturday afternoon. Let's start talking about that forecast then, and we begin with the current conditions here for Duluth, where we're going to see that it's still 92 up there at the airport. Westerly, northwesterly winds going 6 miles per hour. Now let's move to the rest of the regional temperatures, and they're going to show a lot of towns are in the 90s away from the lake, including places like Ely and Hibbing, but a little bit cooler for some Wisconsin towns here right now. Temperatures coming down just a little bit, but they could perk up again tomorrow. Let's move into the upper Midwest weather picture here to eye up what's happening. And the beautiful blue sky today, of course, comes from high pressure dominating the upper Midwest, making it sunny and warm. But a pair of weakish low pressure systems do loom off to the west. And by Saturday afternoon, 20% chance they'll make their presence felt with some showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, I think Sunday will be a better chance for rain with about a 40% shot. Tonight, Minnesota low temps will run from about 58 to 65 degrees with a partly cloudy sky. And now we scoot over to Wisconsin and the UP to eye up the forecast there. And it'll be low to mid 60s for the low temps with a partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, high temps again pretty warm. Perhaps warmer than today's 88 to 92 there with a mostly sunny sky. And getting into Minnesota, the forecast for tomorrow shows upper 70s by the lake will be what constitutes it's cooler by the lake this time around. Low 90s very likely inland. Now, time for the extended forecast here. Frankly, I think the warm spell is going to last all week long, keeping in mind that we Northlanders think anything in the 80s is abnormally warm. The warmest of the warm will be Friday and Saturday, and then it will step back a little bit from Sunday through next Thursday, but staying in the 80s, and dew points will be a bit high, so it probably is going to stay a little bit sticky as well. Saturday and Sunday into Monday as well, perhaps. That's when our next shower and storm chances come across. But enjoy the 4th of July. If you have a hankering for meat to barbecue, good luck with that. Those of you who like vegetarian options, there's plenty for you to choose from as well. Just keep an eye to the sky in the afternoon, as that slight chance for showers and thunderstorms rumbles across our picture.
All right, that's Dave live for us on the patio tonight. Come on in, Dave. It was 92 degrees out there. Get some AC and bring one of those brats with you. I could use one of those. Thanks, Dave. Duluth is bringing back its lifeguard services on Park Point Beach after the COVID-19 pandemic pushed back their schedule. CBS3's Leanne Valdez has the details.
As you can see, Duluth city officials are getting ready for the long, busy, and hot weekend ahead. Temperatures are expected to reach up to the 90s. But city officials say even though they are bringing back their lifeguard services, they won't be making an appearance here anytime soon. That is until July 10th. So officials say those who plan to celebrate here this weekend need to take initiative when it comes to following social distancing guidelines, water safety, and picking up their trash.
We encourage families to do our stay safe, so social distancing, physical distancing from other groups on the beach, making sure they pack in and out their trash, and cleaning up after themselves, and just trying to spread out. We have 5 miles, so spread out as much as you can.
Again, lifeguards will return to the beach July 10th and will only be here on a limited basis, Friday through Sunday, noon to 5 p.m. Those services are funded through a partnership with the YMCA.
All right, thanks, Leanne. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from first responders about how you can stay safe this hot holiday weekend, even without lifeguards at the beach. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about furry friends up for adoption. Today's pet comes to us from the Chequamegon Humane Association. Meet Gertie. She's a 3-year-old Minx mix who likes to spend her days meowing for attention, which she usually receives. She loves to play and would do well in a house with dogs, other cats, and children, as long as she's able to get some time for herself every now and then. Gertie was born without a tail, but don't let that stop you from appreciating her big, beautiful green eyes. If you want to adopt Gertie, you can do so by filling out an application on the Chequamegon Humane Association's website. Still to come, how a new housing program is helping low-income property owners give their homes some TLC.
Home World Rugs Progressive Rug Sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $500 off sale prices on any rug $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color rug on sale now. Up to 56% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale at Home World Rugs.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
We see you as you sit behind the wheel of your truck. We see you shake out the nerves before you pick up your hammer, your scissors, your pots and pans. As you find new ways to keep the lights on and put the pieces back together, we see you. As you straighten the rows, keep your customers safe, and crunch the numbers, we see you. As you head back to work, we see you. You've got this. We're open to help you reopen. Visit bbb.org.
Dude! You gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
that takes her job at full throttle. There's no slowing down. She's full of enthusiasm.
Kelly brings a youthful exuberance to the newscast. She's loaded with energy. She's really passionate about sports.
I think even if you're not interested in sports, she draws you in.
She's always up and ready to go and ready to show us the latest in sports.
Get to know Kelly Hinson, weekday nights on live local CBS3.
I am most excited about getting to really know the viewers in the Northland and getting to show my personality too and letting the Northland kind of get to know me. I'm a very energetic person. I'm always at 100 and I'm always excited to be able to tell stories and being able to have a little bit of fun with it too. And I think that's really, really important on a morning show as well because you need that energy in the morning to wake you up.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
During our 4th of July sale at Home Sleep Express, get no interest financing for 6 years on Beauty Rest, plus save up to $800 on select Beauty Rest mattresses and adjustable sets, and get free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. 4th of July mattress savings at Home Sleep Express.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
2 new housing rehab programs will help Duluth's low-income homeowners give their homes some TLC. The Duluth Housing and Redevelopment Authority teamed up with the city. They hope these new programs will make low-income housing in the city safer and more modern. The first program is for low-income homeowners. It allows them to get a no-interest loan for up to $30,000 if they make less than 80% of the area's median income. Through the second program, landlords of low-income rental buildings can qualify for up to $15,000 per unit for renovations. Jill Keppers, director of the HRA, says this program will make it possible to rejuvenate many of the old buildings here in Duluth.
So those 2 programs are to help stabilize our older housing stock here in town and just help preserve it into the future, as well as continue to support those affordable housing units in town.
She added that they are making a new website that will make it much easier for everyone to get more information and sign up for the loans. In the month of June, the Duluth Fire Department saw an unprecedented increase in calls for fireworks. To create a quieter 4th of July, the department is asking citizens to turn to sidewalks for artistic expression. The Chalk It Up campaign is encouraging people to create fireworks displays out of sidewalk chalk. The initiative was started to provide a safe celebration without the regular noise of traditional fireworks. Deputy Fire Marshal John Otis says he hopes that Duluth citizens use this opportunity to decorate the city and celebrate the holiday.
If somebody gets hurt, that's when we get called. So I'm hoping that if people really embrace this idea, that we will have fewer calls, and that I'm kind of curious to see the artistic expression that comes through in this.
Individuals are asked to share their sidewalk art online with the Duluth Fire Department. Otis adds that if you do set off fireworks this weekend, purchase legal and safe displays. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. And the stars love it too.
You're so good!
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on live local CBS3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
The 4th of July weekend is bringing hot temperatures. We have some tips to keep you safe and cool.
Toasty day for many towns around our areas. We topped 90 degrees in several places. I'll talk about how long that trend will last coming up
tonight at 6 on CBS3.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. And the stars love it too.
You're so good!
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on live local CBS3. Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more truth. More real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS 3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
I grew up in a mining household. That's generations in my family. It's a big issue to folks up here. Well, not just the breaking news type of stories, but the stories that impact the people who work in the mines, who live in mining communities. We're going above and beyond to get the full story.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10 on live local CBS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park this Thursday evening. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories and a preview of what's coming up tonight at 6. Despite the beautiful weather ahead, Wisconsin health experts are asking you to stay home this holiday weekend. The state's Department of Health released new numbers today showing what they called a surge in confirmed COVID-19 cases. DHS officials say half of Wisconsin's total confirmed cases have been reported in the past 5 weeks. 20% tested positive in the last 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Michigan's governor is closing indoor bars in most of the state in an effort to slow the new surge in coronavirus cases. The order goes into effect at 11 o'clock tonight. It does not include the UP or Traverse City regions. Bars will still be allowed to serve on patios, and they can now offer cocktails to go. This comes after a bar in East Lansing, a college town, was linked to more than 100 cases of the virus. And coming up tonight at 6, the dry summer is having a negative impact on lawn care businesses in Duluth. How they are looking to the skies for some help as we head into July. That's your news at 5. The CBS 3 Evening News is next, and we will see you after that at 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us.